Hi, he's Dave Shumka.
And he's Graham Clark.
And together we host Stop Podcasting Yourself.
Woo!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 362 of Stop Podcasting Yourself. My name's Graham Clark, and with me, as always, is a man who wonders, where have all the cowboys gone? Mr. Dave Shumka.
Is that Paula Cole?
That's right. I couldn't remember who it was this morning when I thought of it, but I
She
knew
also
you'd
did the
know.
Dawson's Creek theme song.
She did?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she toured with Peter Gabriel as she did all the girl parts on those two girl songs he does.
Wow. That's some pretty good Paula Cole facts right out of the gates. And our guest today, first-time guest here on the podcast, I'm a big fan of this guy.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, come on.
I'm a big fan of you.
Oh, well, it's a real love.
What are you, crazy?
Mr. Andy Kindler.
Thank
is
you.
our guest.
Thank you. This is the first time I've ever done a podcast where I resisted jumping in early. As soon as I heard Paula. Now, why should I know who Paula Cole is, right?
She did that. She had two songs.
Where have
she
all
had-
the cowboys gone?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's based on Where have all the flowers gone?
No, it might be.
Yeah, maybe
Long.
titularly.
Do you know that song?
Where have
Come on.
all the flowers gone?
Remember, I was a huge fan of folk music when I was a kid until I realized that I wasn't good. No, I'm a huge Bob Dylan fan, but some of those songs, I don't sing where have all the flowers gone anymore, or
How come?
little boxes on the hillside, little boxes.
You're just the
I'm
theme
sorry,
from
that's a
Weeds.
song about. You know that song too?
Yeah.
That's about coffins.
Oh, see? Sinister meanings.
Well, no, just sad.
What is Ticky
I think it's made a ticky. I may be wrong about this. I thought it was a song about war.
I thought it was about just because it's the theme song to Weeds.
Right.
What is the theme song to Weeds?
That song.
That's
That's the.
And they get a different artist to cover it
Who
every
would
time.
use that as a theme? It's a. I mean, the Weeds was. I didn't see Weeds that much, but it looks like a good show. But because I slam everything. I don't want to add something else that I didn't mean to slam. But that's a song that kind of makes you sick. The melody of that.
Well, it's a theme song. You don't have to sit through the whole 4-minute song.
Yeah, but
It's
I
30
want
seconds.
my theme song, whatever show that I will do, I guess in my early 80s, the way things are going, I want it to be like The Sopranos, man. I want it to be like that song. Did you like The Sopranos?
Yeah.
Woke up this morning, that one?
I defy, I don't know why I'm so
defy us.
hostile. I defy anybody to not be able to continue to watch that opening and get new things every single time.
Yeah.
Between the shots of New Jersey. So that's the way. That's how I roll with my theme.
What
songs.
about The Wire?
Yeah,
Did you watch
because they
The
did
Wire?
a different...
I love The Wire, but I feel terrible because I watched the first year, unbelievable. Started to watch the second year, a DVD set, and the DVD set had a duplicate of the.
Oh,
in other
like
words,
two of the
three
same
DVDs
disc?
and two of them are the same.
And so you gave up?
Yeah. So
that
what was
was it?
there? What was there?
It's called Way Down in the Well.
The garden. And,
that's a good one.
and then it would be the theme. It was 2 minutes long of just
Yeah.
surveillance stuff.
This is the greatest theme, though. Ready?
Okay.
I don't know if you get the rights. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to be the ho-ho, and ho, baby, ho-ho. Say yeah. Did we miss the movie?
No,
No, I
it's
don't
still
think
on
so.
its way.
Thank God.
I think it's coming out on Valentine's Day.
Is it really? I follow Turtle just to keep in...
I have a line
the
where I
loop.
say I never gets a laugh, but join the club is what I say with my jokes. Or they say, I got to write down a rough womb from a previous
from a previous conversation.
I want to see the movie because I'm emotionally invested in Turtle.
Yeah.
So that's what my thing.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I do is I'm going to teach you I'm going to teach you the vowels, entourage style. You ready? You ready? Is everybody ready? I know this. Hey, I owe you. Sometimes. Why? Get Ari on the phone. Hey, I owe you. You've watched it? I hate watch that show. I don't know
Oh
if you-
yeah, I've seen every single episode.
but didn't
Yeah.
you think when you first watched it that there would? I keep waiting for the sarcasm or the mocking,
cleverness to come in?
Well, just that they can't be doing this high fiving on a bus seriously,
Right.
But they
Right.
are.
Yes. Yeah, no, they.
Like Queens Boulevard is supposed to be a good movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy who says suits, the suits, he's a real character in that show.
Yeah.
It's not a comment on
But
it.
Medellin is supposed to be a bad movie.
That's right,
Because he
yeah.
went too far. They let that guy go too far.
And
Push
he
the
was
suits.
washed up. And then he started directing porno.
Well,
Man.
and then when did Aquaman happen in that series? Was that before Medellin?
Yeah, he did Aquaman, and then they were gonna have him do, what was the movie? It was called like
Oh, was it called like roller coaster or something?
no, it was like mountain. What's the name of the mountain in Disneyland?
Yeah, it was. It was like Splash. Not
Matterhorn?
Splash, Matterhorn.
It was-
Yeah, that's
No.
right.
He dropped out of Matterhorn to do Medellin.
I love a show where the guy is the lead is a star. You know what I mean? Like he's already considered to be like a heartthrob. Mm-hmm.
And then you're told over and over again
Yeah.
that
Oh,
this guy's
that's-
guy is it.
And that's why we've seen him in so many other things since then.
He did a documentary though, or something, didn't he? Or
Maybe.
It wasn't. He directed a documentary.
But what I didn't like, by the way, let's get to know us.
Absolutely.
Get to know us.
That Entourage, I guess it made sense because they said it was like the male version of Sex and the City.
Finally, right? Finally, guys get a chance to.
But it was like, and it was always, whenever it was up for awards, it was nominated in the comedy category. And that was my complaint about Sex and the City. I'm like, what? Oh, are we supposed to be laughing at this?
Yeah.
Well, now
Yes.
the shoes on, now the Manolo Blahnik's on the other foot.
Yeah, I find that about because that was the same way with Girls when it came out. It was like this is a comedy, and I like watching it, but I'm like, not laughing. I'm not laughing.
Right.
It's a very uncomfortable show to watch.
I need a studio audience.
Absolutely. Give me your Three's Companies, etc.
Yeah.
Well, Sex and the, I occasionally again, I'm trying less to do this, but fights with people on Twitter. So one of my least favorite people.
It's one of my favorite things on Twitter, by the way.
Well, I'm glad that it does bring some people joy, but it drives me nuts because it's like when it's when I'm arguing with someone, it's going to turn out that I'll have started a feud with a robot or something, and will not, and literally won't realize it for 3 years. But I think maybe the worst reviewer, because she's also a little bit elitist, is Emily Nussbaum of the New Yorker.
Okay.
And I cannot stand the way she writes, and I even.
So someone who writes for the New Yorker, you consider them an elitist?
Yeah, because I say the things nobody else will say. The people say the New Yorker is for the working man. I say look again, my friend. Because she got me really angry on Twitter once because she did this whole thing about women roles. First of all, the whole thesis started out with how brilliant Sex and the City was. So right away, anybody who's trying to sell that nonsense. And then something about women on something. It was all about women, and I said,
Right.
"Well, I thought the women." And I said to her, I was respectful of my initial thing. I said, "Sopranos had great woman characters." And she
Right.
comes back at me. Why are you all of a sudden? Why are you? What's this thing about we're obsessed with women? It's like you wrote the article about women. So then I said, "Okay, this is a person who just wants to
Maybe
win an
this is a
argument."
robot.
Yeah, maybe it's a
Yeah.
robot. But the idea that Sex and the City. It was the worst narration of ever at the corner of I don't know and where did I put my purse? Meanwhile, uptown, Carmen Miranda was what is it, Miranda?
Yeah, Miranda.
And the puns, it's like puns that you would if you
got a
said
new
it in your
fruit hat.
act, you would apologize or make a joke out of
Yeah.
how bad the pun was.
In the second Sex and the City movie, there's an Irish character named Aaron. No. Oh, Irish character who doesn't wear a bra, and
In the movie, there's been two movies.
Yeah. Did you not know?
I thought there was one movie.
in the second movie, an Irish
you have
character
to see the second
with no bra, just so they can say Aaron go braless.
Yeah, they retrofitted a pun
That
into the
is
script.
so great. And the other one they went with my other favorite one was Erica Badont.
Well, that I like.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
But that show I didn't hate watch. I kind of enjoyed how frivolously ridiculous it was for like about 4 months. And then I couldn't,
I just watched it because it seemed to be on. When I had a TV, it always seemed to be on.
Yeah, it was
So it was like, all right, I'm just gonna So I never watched it in sequence. I don't know who ended up with
Oh,
who.
how can you not watch it in sequence?
I know, right?
Then you're not going to know how come she ends up with Big.
After dating him and breaking up with him 6 times.
I mean, that Big at first was like, you know what? I'm just going to use the ladies. But then Big goes through his own kind of progression.
Yeah,
he likes old
to a
movies.
deeper part of himself. He's still a hunk,
Yeah.
but he's a hunk with a heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is, isn't that what all the ladies are
Yeah.
looking for? Hunk
I
with
went
a
out
heart?
for that part. Chris Noth and I compete. I would say on 50% of the parts I don't get. That's Chris Noth type.
And is it always down to you and him?
It's always down to me and him. Which way do you want to go with it? You want to go with the unattractive Jew or the handsome hunk? Andy, stop it. You're very good looking.
Yes.
Come on, fellers.
And also, you've lost weight since the last time
I have. I did lose weight, although I've gained. I don't know where. I think I've changed. Let's just put that aside. The camera adds 10 pounds of anxiety.
You have to see Sex in the City too.
Well, I'll write that down.
Yeah.
I mean, it is because it honestly, I bet you could get an hour of material out of just watching.
Oh, you mean, are you talking about? Wait, it's End the City, isn't it?
Sex and the
Sex- I
City,
think
yeah.
I thought it was.
So you wanted me to see SATC too?
I thought it was Sex versus the City.
Yeah, sex adjacent the city.
Yeah, SATC too.
I am so against. What are those called? Anagrams? What are they called? Epigrams? Antonyms?
Acronyms?
Acronyms.
Antonym Scalia?
You're so against the justices.
No, the whole trend with you kids, where you won't. Nothing's a complete sentence anymore. It's all initials.
No, that's true.
The worst is
LOL, etc.
LOL is quaint almost, but the one that makes me sick is SMH.
Shaking my head.
Yeah. How does that add anything? If your tweet isn't strong enough, then just don't tweet it. Don't go, well, they'll really, when they know I'm going like this, and I'm shaking my head. I couldn't believe what these Republicans are saying. SMH. Come on.
Yeah,
Why don't you say you chortled?
Why don't you put more stage directions in
More
your
stage
tweets?
directions. Yeah. Picking up laptop.
Yeah.
Picks up laptop.
Pursued by bear.
Pursued by bear. What's up with these Republicans? Looking away.
Exeunt.
LAID. Looking away in disgust. Laid.
That's not bad, actually.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That one I'm going to
Looking away
I'm
in
going to
disgust.
patent.
Andy.
Don't get real with me.
Yeah. There's one thing I wanted to ask you about.
Why? No, I'm sorry.
A few years ago in the Vancouver Comedy Festival, in the gift bag that all the comedians get, I got this package, and I talked to other comedians. No one else got it.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
And it was a little package of Andy Kindler mints. And I've never...
And you remember the slogan?
they're not for everyone.
That's right. That was Will Davis came up with that idea himself. I thought it was fantastic.
Did you
and
ever
I have
get it?
100. I have 100.
Why didn't every comedian get them?
I'll give you. I know you want one.
I do
know,
want one.
Yeah, but don't. They may be stale by this point. I thought it was the great. It was the greatest thing ever. For
So
some
funny.
reason, I thought. Well, I'm guilty of hyperbole, but I thought it was pretty damn funny.
Well, but what was greater than that?
Yeah, that's
Exactly,
true.
you
That's
know?
true.
In
Now
the
that I think
history
of
of your merch, what was greater?
Yeah.
Well, I had the Andy Kindler oven mitts because my act is too hot to handle. That's pretty good. I had the Andy Kindler in your face
Hockey
cologne.
mask. Cologne, sure.
Cologne.
Right.
Yeah.
It's in your face.
And on your neck.
I had an edgy plate where you could cut yourself.
Oh, yeah?
Andy
Yeah, it was
Kindler.
like sharp on the edges.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's edgy. And that's it said that on the plate too.
Careful, it's edgy.
It's edgy. I like it.
I had
so much merch.
I sold Jew cream and about Andy Kindler's Jew cream.
Uh-huh. What is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never really had a specific application.
Well,
It just
not
was
for
very
everyone.
goopy. Very goopy.
It's very goopy.
Jew cream. Are you enjoying your Jew cream?
It's very goopy.
It's goopy.
That's the slogan on the package.
It's extra. It's a little bit goopy. Let's not get so goopy. Yeah, so that's how that came. That's how that went down, man.
Have you ever had a merch that you sell after a show?
I have had my wife, my lovely wife, Mrs. Beardsley. That's my way of pretending I'm gay. My wife, I'm not gay. My wife, Mrs. Beardsley. Look, I sleep with one. You sleep with one guy in high school. I opened up a bathhouse in college. I was gay in the Navy for 8 years. I have a recent 7-year affair with a guy. All of a sudden, I'm gay. I sold this DVD that my wife directed, and I did the comedy on it. It's called I Wish I Was Bitter, which then I got into a whole grammatical thing, which after 8, so I put SIC next to it because I thought it was grammatically incorrect.
And then shaking my head.
SMH.
Yeah.
I come to find out years later that's perfectly fine to say I wish I was bitter. But so that's the only thing I've ever sold, and I have I'm supposed to be. There will be a CD coming out on AST Records, but it's so delayed that I'm embarrassed. And it's going to be called Hence the Humor. So that's coming out. But that's the only thing I've ever sold was that DVD. And it's always, it's embarrassing to do it. I'm not
like
against
after the
it.
show, stand at a
but
table.
it's embarrassing to do it.
Yeah.
But like, is it more or less embarrassing to have like a thing? Like I've got bottle openers or something like that.
Oh no! It's I think it's absolutely makes me look classy to have a thing that's related to my comedy.
Yeah, as opposed to
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, if you want to buy, something,
check out my titty shirt. It says titties on it.
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah, I think I want to make money from the thing that I'm selling.
Yeah.
But I want to have some self-respect that the people aren't just knowing.
Tough line to trod.
Well, I'm not even saying that. Why I'm the guy now who's so afraid to say anything negative because all I've said are things negative. I don't know if someone comes up with something that is not a CD that's fantastic.
Like something that's like but what would an example of that be? Because I don't think I've ever seen a thing where I'm like, yeah, that is perfect.
When you go see Gallagher, do you buy the poncho on the way in?
Yeah.
See, that's an example of something that, like him or hate him, at least would relate to his show.
Yeah.
And I do hate him.
I think he's cool.
I don't think I have no strong opinions about Gallagher. But
You must have at some point.
Oh no! I mean, in other words, like I always believe in what am I doing? A memoir?
Yeah.
I do try to keep my targets high. I do believe that's an important thing to do.
Punch up.
Yeah.
So Gallagher. So I actually have a whole chunk about Gallagher, but because he does crazy things. But my joke was that he was there. You know, he gets like a heart attack every week.
Really?
Well, he's had a million. And
He's had a million.
I always
heart
say before I do the joke that I have an Is Gallagher Alive app. So, but they had to induce a medical coma. This is true. Like about 2 years ago, and they do that by making you watch 2 episodes back to back of How I Met Your Mother. So anyway, when he woke up out of the coma, the doctor said he was cracking jokes, but they didn't say for the first time. So I did that, but it is a little bit shooting.
Here's a bit I don't feel great about, but we'll
Yeah.
do to completion.
Well, Larry the Cable Guy blocked me.
What?
I couldn't believe it.
What else is
People
in the
are
news?
blocking me. Like Kathy Griffin blocked me. I all of a sudden, out of the blue.
Like,
Can she tell what I'm thinking?
when you get, do you know when you're blocked? Like,
Yes.
Would you?
Only if you happen to go. Like I just happened to see who the. We all agree Bill Maher is a loathsome jerk. He's a bigot. He's a bigot.
I think he's cool.
All 3 of us agree with it. Do you think he's cool?
I think he's so cool.
Yeah, he's cool. So
I mean, like, I hang out at the Playboy Mansion.
Yeah, he
Well,
seems like a guy who'd be on the cover of Cigar Aficionado.
he's not afraid to tell the truth that will get him whatever kind of response he's looking for. So I look at his followers, and so Kathy Griffin happened to be one. I just clicked on it.
Oh.
And then you go to her profile and it says you have been blocked by?
You
Really?
can't look at her tweets. Yeah, because what I like to do
Wow.
is I like to block people. My favorite thing is to block people because I can't. Like this guy I blocked today, so deserved to be blocked. I don't understand what his thing is, but he's actually. It's terrible when you block someone who, at some point, you thought maybe was a funny guy or whatever. It's not even a comedian. I don't know what he is. But then I like to go. You can still look and see what they're saying about you blocking them, which is fantastic. Which is fantastic, unless they decide to block you back.
How can... Oh,
If they block you back, you can't
It's
see
like
what they're
some
saying.
kind of nuclear detente.
Yeah. There was something you said to somebody, I think it was this morning, that was very funny. It was like something about I feel bad for the electricity that has to go into your computer.
Oh yeah,
or
that was a
something.
couple of. That was I think
like,
it might have been an Opie and Anthony fan, maybe. Yeah.
I like the that you felt bad for the electricity. It was good. It was
That felt good. That felt good.
I don't think I've ever got, only once or twice have I got into a thing where I've had to like kind of be like, oh, you didn't understand what I was doing.
Oh, yeah,
like,
right.
You know, like I
block people just to be safe. I'm like, oh, this guy tried to punch up a joke I tweeted. No, I gotta. You're gone for good.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
The things that I don't believe that people say, like you could accuse me if I say things like about Jimmy Fallon, so I'm going to slam Jimmy Fallon, but it's something specific. But the fact that people come on and tell you what they think, tell you how to tweet, it's just so rude to me. It's like, why don't you go back to telling jokes, or why are you talking about? Why would you ever think that you should say that to somebody?
Yeah, I don't know. The thing is a lot of times I'll put something and then people will be like, I hope that was sarcasm. And I'm like, well, of course, what is Twitter if not all sarcasm all the time, right?
Especially you're a comedian, so you should at least, people should think, well, man, there's a good chance he is joking.
Yeah, like I wrote a thing that I just said, I find the transit in this city adequate and the commuters here really know how to drive. And somebody's like, well, yikes. What city are you in? And I was like,
God,
come on.
That sounds like that guy sounds like the backbone of people who enjoy me. They don't know what they're. Well, I guess if what you mean by what you say is the opposite, then I get where you're going.
Now that's something we can all enjoy.
Yes, but the way you present it here, if you're saying that it is good transit, I'm not with you on it. And I'm so not with you on it that I'm going to take time out of my day to reply to it.
And I've talked about it on the podcast where one time I did a quote, the famous quote from Gandhi.
Yeah.
Be the change you want to see in the world.
I didn't know that was his quote.
That's, So that's from him.
Cool.
But I attributed it to Optimus Prime from the Transformers. And I got no less than 1,000 responses.
But wait,
saying,
but Optimus Prime didn't say that.
No, exactly. See?
Well, I don't
Now
understand. Gandhi, you just said Gandhi said it. Did you forget in the time
you were the
between
first person to write to me and say, hey, wait a minute.
You shouldn't attribute something that's to Gandhi on this
Twitter of all
Optimus,
places.
to this Optimus Prime fellow.
This Optimus Prime fellow.
That's the first time I knew that Optimus Prime was a Transformer character.
There you
Because
go.
I don't watch those movies, because I'm better than everybody. I'm like a New Yorker writer.
Not even on a plane? You won't watch something
No.
kind of trashy?
I'll watch a different type of trashy. I'd rather watch like a relationship bad movie.
like a rom-com kind of situation?
No. See, just you saying that means I'll never be able to. No, I can't watch terrible rom-coms.
No.
But I also don't like action movies in general.
Okay.
But they can be great.
Yeah. But
doesn't care
But do you
whose
watch
toes he
do
steps
you
on.
guys watch the Avengers of various stripes?
I haven't seen it.
Or X-Men 7?
I have.
Wolverine?
I saw with the first two X-Men. Yeah,
I feel like
I've downloaded a lot of movies I intend on watching.
I've gotten exhausted by the genre. Like, I think I liked them. I liked Spider-Man and I liked all of these movies. And now I can't. It's too simple of a thing. Like, it's, you're the bad guy. You're the good guy. Good guy's going to win. There's no nuance, nothing. It's just.
Well, I was watching some movie on HBO because I didn't know what it was. And there was Hugh Jackman. And so the scene I watched was compelling because he's like, maybe it was Wolverine or something.
Did he have a crazy hairdo?
Well, it was like he killed somebody and then he was dreaming he was killing. So for that 7 minutes,
That
I was like,
Les Miserables.
that's that movie. Talk about tugging at your heartstrings to the point where it strangles you, where it moves up to your throat. I love anytime Meryl Streep's in a musical. Those are fantastic.
Yeah.
Mamma Mia. If
Just
every
knocked you
show
out.
could be Mamma Mia. Why do another show if you
That's
can't do a Mamma
perfect
Mia?
airplane movie.
Oh, no, I don't believe so. You know what's a good
what if it
airplane
was a
movie?
sing-along on the
Airplane. That one Coen, is that the Coen brother? Was that the
Zucker brothers?
The Zucker brothers. That's not the, I'm not the, I love the Coen brothers, so that was not even me. But the Zucker, it was the Zucker brother. It was the Zucker brothers.
was the
right?
Zucker
There's the
brothers,
one
yeah.
Zucker brothers gone crazy like a
Yeah.
right-wing nutcase.
Well, that doesn't mean he's crazy. Some people are just right-wing nutcases.
I saw that movie that he did.
American.
An American Carol.
And what?
With Kelsey Grammer?
Yeah. It is, oh man. Woo! Like it's hard to describe it because it is.
It tells
just,
the truth? Is that why it's hard to describe it?
I'm about ready to unleash some truth bombs. Is that a thing that people still say?
Does it have gags?
Yeah, but not
Zucker
really.
style gags?
Yeah, but it doesn't even like it kind of doesn't even know like what comedy is. Like it's weird that it was written by him and it's directed by him, but it seems like it doesn't even match the template of what jokes are. It's just like the main guy's supposed to be Michael Moore.
Yeah.
He's the guy he's the Scrooge.
Well, I think we can all agree that he is become a jerk. So.
Michael Moore?
Oh, yeah.
What's he doing? What's his I don't
Who's he
tabs.
picking on now?
Well, it's so. First of all, I've never liked him because I don't like left wing propaganda any more than I like right wing propaganda. It's like that movie called Waiting for Superman. Like my
that's the one about the teacher?
Yeah, my sister's been educated for 35 years, and she's a brilliant woman, and I know a lot about the schools. And here's a guy who just happened to be driving by a school. He did the Gord documentary.
Oh,
and then he makes this thing, which is basically is trash to me, that documentary, and puts down teachers and celebrates Michelle Rhee and all which is a whole long thing. But even like the movie Gasland, which I haven't personally seen, there's a lot of people I know who absolutely believe that there are problems with fracking. But that doesn't mean everything that it's when these documentaries come out and they're just embraced on progressive stations. To me,
it's the
that's
same with the blackfish thing. Like everybody's like, now I'm an expert in aquariums,
right? Yeah.
So, well, I mean, you saw a thing, and probably there's some bad.
Look, now I'm an expert in Sugar Man, and we're gonna find this guy.
I'm an expert in Sugar Man. Well, Michael Moore did a thing where, first of all, he defended Bill Maher's bigotry, which I think is indefensible.
Right.
And then more recently,
you're not a Bill Maher fan?
Well, no. I mean, let me finish. But then more recently, he just said this. Look, I when the American Sniper came out, I haven't seen the movie, but the whole idea that. And even Howard Dean had to apologize for saying the people who went to see that movie are angry. No, people like these kind of movies, so you can't really characterize why they went to see the movie. But Michael Moore just said the snipers are terrible, horrible people.
That's right. He said in World War II. Or
his uncle got killed by something. I've heard Michael Moore on Politically Incorrect in the old days argue going against Hitler in World War II. And the thing is, if I'm being held by as a hostage, I want there to be a sniper on the roof.
Oh yeah,
yeah, I'm pro that sniper on the roof. Michael Moore can't go through that logic in his brain. His brain is too pickled. And now he's a guy who I think is a classic narcissist. It's all about him, really.
Yeah, well, he's in all the movies. Right?
He's in his documentaries.
Yeah, let's start there.
Yeah, it's strange for a documentarian to be in every single movie.
I don't know that we need to do a documentary in a mirror factory, Michael. My dad worked at a mirror factory for 40 years. He assembled mirrors on cars.
Well, Errol Morris does it kind of cool, though, when he...
Oh, he's got the machine that you talk into the...
Oh, what is that?
It's like a teleprompter, but instead of having...
I thought you were hearing me like an idiot. It's called a teleprompter, Andy?
No, it's like a teleprompter, but it's got his face on it.
Oh,
so you're talking to him when you... And so you're looking into the camera and you're talking to Errol Morris.
It's not Ken... he goes... The Ken Burns thing, that's the thing. Because whenever I do documentaries now, I always do... Babe Ruth? Yeah, I knew Babe Ruth. You always got to introduce... Oh, Babe Ruth. I knew Babe Ruth
because that's how they say. Repeat the question.
Exactly, because we're not going to be using my asking of the question.
I like what's his name? The German guy that does documentaries. You know who I'm talking
Werner Herzog.
Werner Herzog.
Yeah,
I like him being in the him being the narrator.
Here's my problem, and it's a terrible problem.
Here we go.
I used to lie.
Has he blocked you on Twitter?
No, I used to lie all the time. So I say, yeah, I've seen all of his movies. I see a lot of. I used to say I've seen a lot of foreign films, and there are so many things I have not seen. So what is he? Because I know I've seen some of his stuff.
The documentaries, he's done Grizzly Face.
But that's supposed to be very good, right?
Yeah,
Cave Smashers.
Yeah, Cave Smashers.
Are you making fun of me now?
No,
he said. What was the cave one?
It was called Cave of Forgotten Dreams.
And what's the movie he directed? I know I've seen a couple of his movies.
Oh, like the scripted ones?
Oh my God, the condescension, the New Yorker style condescension.
Well, they're all movies.
So I have seen a couple of his movies.
Whatever. Fitzcarraldo.
Fitzcarraldo, yeah.
and
And then
Strotzig.
he recently was the bad guy in Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
And it was
that movie
great.
was unbelievable because I've always wanted a movie where that guy's too far. I can't reach that guy. Who should we call? That guy's on a ledge that's too outside of our. Who has that kind of arm extension?
Yeah.
It's a job for Jack Reacher.
It was originally going to be the Stretch Armstrong movie.
And then what's
Same
the one,
script, yeah.
What's the one with Keanu? Keanu just had one.
Oh,
of those.
John Wick.
Oh my! I love when the name of the guy in the movie is
Yeah.
something.
Well, that's 50 Shades of Grey. The guy's name is Grey.
Please don't make fun of that movie.
I'm sorry.
That movie.
His name is 50 Shades.
I'm so into that movie.
He has 50 pairs of sunglasses.
That's how he made his money. Flipping sunglasses.
Yeah.
I had a
Like
movie,
Dwayne
50,
Wayne.
50 Shades of Drapes. I don't know if you saw it. It was all about, and I'm still talking, and the joke's over.
Oh no. But Jack Reacher.
This is a job for Jack Reacher.
Did you see? You
No,
haven't seen
I would
Jack
never have
Can
seen
you
that one.
get that for me? Yeah, I can get that.
Yeah, I got it.
He works at a Costco. I need that thing off that shelf.
That guy should have jumped from that ledge. The only way we could stop them would be to have one of the Fantastic Four.
Not the rock guy. He's no good.
Yeah.
Invisible Woman won't do.
Right.
The squiggly arms. That's
Yeah.
who we want.
Is
Yeah.
that guy's name? He's not Stretch Armstrong, is he?
No,
No.
he's Mr. Fantasto.
Yeah.
I love. See, my whole thing was I thought those were the greatest. I was so into those until I was like 10 years old.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, Spider-Man's moody, but I'm moving on.
Yeah.
But now I'm wrong about this. This is where I know I'm wrong about it. Because I know there must be something good that keeps people my age who I respect
money.
watching.
No,
Yeah.
oh,
The Dark Knight movies were pretty good.
Now, I'm into like Daniel Klaus and Harvey Pekar and all those
Yeah.
kind of comic books. So I've tried to get into like Sandman, like Patton Oswalt sent me like the Sandman. I just
Right.
can't, it's everything seems melodramatic to me.
Well, it's comic books. You know, like they are. That's kind of how they are.
Yeah, I
you
think
know?
they have to hook you. And when you're like, I'm not into them. Like, I never. Seems like a.
I will crush his head with no, that can't be it. By the
That could
power
be
of
something.
Zeus. No, that's too old school.
Well, that's basically Thor. That's and he's in the.
They're
Avengers.
Thor and Zeus friends.
Yeah, I mean they don't.
They're
don't hang out.
friendly.
Yeah, They
yeah.
see each other at work.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know that guy. I wouldn't consider him a friend.
I'm a considerable work
I'm
friend.
we're friends on Facebook.
Yeah, I got him as a Secret Santa last year.
You
How
got
about
me a
the
hammer.
people he got me a hammer again. So predictable.
Not everyone's into the same thing, Thor.
How about the people who watch those movies and go, I just don't buy it. I just don't buy the guy's a magic hammer. I don't buy it. I don't buy that a woman could be as wonderful as Wonder Woman. It doesn't seem wrong to me.
That's her deal. She's
They
just
don't have
wonderful.
power. They don't have
Yeah.
strength like they're weak. They're weak women. They should have their power should be using their feminine wiles.
Yeah. So can he hear the cat think, or is like, no? You're talking about the Garfield movie. These aren't the same kind of comic books.
There was an interview with the guy who directed the most recent Superman, and he said like he couldn't make it work that he would wear the red underwear. And I was like, how? Everything like the
that was
whole
the thing?
world is he can fly and he can wear whatever he wants. He's from another planet. He's an alien guy.
It does add a weird thing of like, just let me step into these. Well, in the phone booth, were there still phone booths in the most recent one?
my note. I lost my note.
No, yeah, he hides behind an iPhone.
I actually did in that. I wish I was bitter, which is still available. I did a joke. I did a bit about which actually came from Superman, where he goes, where Jimmy Olsen goes, I wonder if, he's talking to Clark Kent. He goes, I wonder if Superman knows where Miss Lane is. And then Clark Kent goes, he's not psychic, Jimmy. This is from an actual episode. He's like, come on, Jimmy. The guy, he can see through walls and he can bend steel, but stop it with the hocus pocus mumbo jumbo. Can't read minds. That's crazy.
He's a regular Superman. I know.
Oh God.
I told you I'm a fan.
He's a regular Superman. Let's quote all of my old bits. Dukakis.
You were just on Letterman.
Yes.
Will you? And you did stand up, but you've done like
Panel?
or you've
Field
done
pieces.
field pieces with
And
them.
panel.
Would you? Would
What have I turned into? Yes, I've done both of those, Graham. Please, let's not minimize it.
do you know? Is that the last time you'll be on before
Before the
the
My manager, who is the greatest guy, but I've had the same manager for two managers. Well, they're East Coast and they're coast and coast, but I've had the same manager forever since 1992. He was hectoring me like every week. When you gonna submit the set? When you gonna submit the set? So the set I submitted that I was on last May, that one, and I just submitted this one that I was just on. There could be a possibility of maybe one more set, but I wouldn't definitely not.
But
I'm not expecting it in
there
any
was
way.
no hearty handshake afterwards. Well, see you never.
Yeah, see you on the other side.
The last time I was on the show, I was felt very great because I was able to say to him, because he was my hero. I got into this. He was my hero. All I ever wanted to do was be on that show. And so I said to him, I just basically said, I just want to thank you. This is the only thing I ever wanted to do and stand up. And he was, you can tell it's like, it's not easy taking compliments. But he was like, I felt it was important for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I felt like he smiled. And because to me, I just, I can't say enough about how great he is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. When is it?
I think May 23rd or.
Okay.
Oh, really? Okay.
I know. Now Jon Stewart's leaving. It's like, the television I once knew. Oh,
The
gone.
landscape is changing.
How
right.
much do you love that? Everything's different now with the online.
Yeah,
and-
it's like kids watch it while they watch it on their shirt pockets now. They watch it on their toaster ovens now. The show I am fascinated by is what I like to call B-roll with Carson Daly.
That's still on?
Is it still on?
He doesn't eat well in the States. It is. He
He doesn't have a
even-
studio anymore.
He never does the actual interviews with people. Like if he does a highlights a comedian, they send in a package. They must send a crew out to the person's house. And so it's like everything is self-contained. He's just throwing. How busy is he that he can't host his own show?
Does he host something else? Does
Well, he hosts
like
like
Last
The
Comic-
Voice or
Yeah.
no.
Oh,
The Voice or Talent or
yeah,
X
no,
Factor.
America's
yeah.
Got Talent. No,
No,
that's
Nick Cannon.
Cannon.
he hosts one of those
something,
shows.
Yeah. He used to be a big deal.
Yeah, because he dated Tara Reid at some point.
Yeah.
And she was a big deal too. That was two big deals working together, really taking over Hollywood.
Well, that's from your generation. You guys watched that show, MTV Up in the Grill.
Up
What
in
was
the
it
grill,
called?
yeah. MTV Grills.
No, wasn't that the show with like a request live?
TRL. Total Request Live.
So you guys
SMH.
were all over it, right?
Well, we didn't have it.
We didn't get it in Canada.
but
You had much more music of a thing?
Yeah,
Much more musical things?
that's exactly right.
It has no connection at all to a TSN is not based at all on ESPN. It's a really different thing.
Oh yeah, because we had we still do.
We have TSN,
TSN.
that had TSN is Canadian. It's the sports network,
Right.
and it was based. It was a sports network based on ESPN. Now they even have it's Sports Center. It's the same music for their
Da-ba-dum, da-ba-dum.
the same music thing.
But
Three notes.
not to blow smoke up Canada's ass, which I hope I never say anything that even sounds like that again. There was per capita, the funniest people in the world are from this country. It's
That's
unbelievable.
a pretty good per
Yeah,
capita.
Ryan
I mean,
Gosling, Michael Bublé.
Yep.
Michael Bublé is very funny.
He is actually pretty funny.
No, I was joking.
No, damn it.
No, I'm not really joking. I love his music, whatever. What does he do? He does the go, and does he have the band, the orchestra's always going, go, Mike, go. I heard them go like that.
That's not it.
Yes,
That never happened.
go, Mike, go. Go, Jazzy Cat, go, Jazzy Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had a
like-
jazz. Have you ever had a jazz apple?
What?
A jazz apple.
Is that like
No.
a marijuana
Yeah,
cigarette?
that-
No, it's an
that
actual
pot?
apple, but I made the mistake of getting a smooth jazz apple. Good night, everybody. I didn't even hear what you guys were saying, which is probably funnier than what I was saying, because I wanted to do my smooth. What do you mean probably funny? I think probably the things I'm hearing are funnier than what I'm saying,
what-
but I'm so self-involved.
But why? What's wrong with a smooth jazz apple?
Yeah, that could be a thing. As much as a jazz
You know
apple
what?
is a thing.
It sounds like it's just like
Well, jazz
applesauce.
apple's a terrible name. Let's not argue about
But
it.
we don't know that you haven't just made that up.
No, it's true. They're jazz apple. Aren't you guys into apples? Do you have ambrosia? Ambrosia?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a great one.
Let's do this
Honeycrisp?
alphabetically.
I think you were going to say, let's do this outside the podcast. You don't know there's a Honeycrisp apple?
No.
Honeycrisp, Granny Smith's,
Granny Smith is
Granny
all we
Smith
know.
is
Red Delish?
Granny Smith can kiss my ass. That is not a good apple.
Okay.
Fuji,
Macintosh, it's over.
Northern
Take a
Spy.
hike.
Northern Spies. we
Fuji's
know.
are good.
Fuji's are good.
Yeah, I like
Honeycrisp
Lauryn
is-
Hill. I like Proz.
Is Lauryn Hill? That's a singer, right?
She was in the Fugees.
She was in, yeah.
Oh my God! You've defeated me with your elitist alt music background.
Well, you defeated us previously with the jazz apple.
Yeah.
So we needed
What were
to
you
come
guys
back.
in Fun Boy 3? What were you guys? Two of the members of Fun Boy 3?
Yeah.
You have no idea what that reference is.
No,
do you?
yeah.
not at all.
I was,
Because I'm older than you.
What is Fun Boy 3?
I think it's a group from the 80s.
Are you sure you didn't?
go,
pre-
fun boy, go.
Go, Jazzy, Buble, Buble, Buble. Buble, Buble, Buble. I heard a guy when I was listening because there's some good shows. There's a show called Q, which I enjoy.
Yep.
You don't like Q?
Well, the host got in a lot of trouble recently.
Oh my God. Why do I not know things?
I don't know.
What did he do?
He allegedly,
Allegedly.
according to many, many women,
Assaulted
sex
them.
Oh
punched them.
God! Now
Yeah.
it's going to come back on. What if I was the guy who did know that, but still felt it was important to say how much they love that show, Q?
Yeah.
All right,
Let me go on record as saying
but did you guys not like that show beforehand? or?
I did not.
I don't think I ever listened.
What's the
to
show where they just basically interview people?
Yeah, it's Q.
It. Yeah, Q.
Oh, well, maybe I'm just liking. Do they have different hosts than him?
They do now.
They do now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I just like the different segments. I'm always like an idiot. Like I don't know the country, so I say, I saw that Ron West show. Is that the name of it? No, what's
Ron
the name?
James?
Ron
Ron James.
Ah.
Hey, pretty nice. No,
Ron West. Sure.
he was interviewing. Forget the Q part of this.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Let's not make this about
Look,
alleged.
I heard an interview by a man.
What if I just wouldn't let it go? Now, what are they saying though? Was it really bad what they're saying, or was it he was just inappropriate in the conversation?
No, that he was really bad.
2 hours
Okay.
later.
Yeah.
All right, let me just say this. Being as a sweat pouring down my face, being clearly as it, the aforementioned that I did not know going into this interview about what was happening with Q. But anyway, on one of the, I don't even think it was Q. Let me take it back. You know what show I love? And now you're going to tell me this. I loved As It Happens.
Oh,
it
no.
happens,
Oh,
yeah.
those
Am I in
people,
trouble now?
No.
They drowned a bunch of cats.
But did the cat deserve it?
Yeah,
Folks, you're a
absolutely.
wonderful crowd. No, they interviewed a Canadian musician like from Nova Scotia that I'd never heard of before.
Yeah.
But it was very interesting. I have no information.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
He wrote a song about a famous ship that had.
Oh, the Edmund Fitzgerald.
No, it's not that guy.
not Gordon Lightfoot.
Oh, cool. A sundown, you better. Well, how come that guy was never investigated? For that song.
Staring out the
You
window,
never
staring
see-
through the window. Yeah.
Oh my God!
That's
I
true.
got to fake look up Q now. Oh, I don't feel good.
Why?
I like
That's
day
great.
6. Don't tell me anything's happened to day 6.
I don't know what that is.
No, it's day 6.
It's
It's
that.
a CBC show.
Oh, I don't know.
Really? I know. As
You
it
guys-
happens, I
you
know
guys
quirks
stink.
and quarks.
You stink.
Yeah.
All of you. I hate all of you.
Oh man, Dave, what's going on with you, man?
Why bother?
Yeah, I know this has
Wait,
been everything.
I would just like to say right now, I would like to go on record as saying, I never said I liked Q.
Mm-hmm.
I never said, if I said Q, that's not the letter of the alphabet I meant to
Oh,
say.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
You like W5.
oh
You
yeah,
know,
that
you know
was
what
a
the thing
Canadian
is,
show.
the truth
Is?
about me is I hate so many things,
Mm-hmm.
but I also am not somebody who prejudges things. It's a
So
weird
your
thing.
automatic reaction isn't to just like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
this
hate
stinks.
this.
So if I hear a guest that I think is interesting and they're talking, then I'll say I like that show.
Right.
And then you gave me a look like I was the stupidest man in the
No,
world.
I'm
No,
sure not.
no.
You know
And
what?
hour 3 on the Q discussion. So here's the problem. I was denied the alphabet as a child.
Not everyone.
Are you going to cut out all this Q stuff?
No,
Okay,
this
good.
is great.
Good.
This is all good.
Yeah, this is what I need.
Yeah.
Why would
This is just what my career
why
needs.
would Canadian public radio news make it to America?
Because there's only a couple stations you can listen to in America,
But
which
like,
are
why,
NPR stations.
Why would you know that something happened with the host? Like,
Oh,
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
Although
yeah.
there was an
well, that
article
should
in
be all
Esquire.
over the place, right? Shouldn't that be all over the papers and stuff? or-
Here it is,
Yeah, here
but why
it
would
is,
it be?
Oh, okay, yeah.
But it's like, you heard about like Jimmy Savile in
Britain, that's the guy I was thinking of.
Yeah, so that's this country's.
This isn't your father's Jimmy Salvo. Is it Jimmy Salvo?
Savile?
Savile.
Oh, Savile from like
Yeah.
Savile Row.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't think he.
And we'll be back
made anybody's
with
pants.
another hour of the most uncomfortable. I know, right? And hour 2, Roman Polanski. Do you like Chinatown, or do you have to change your opinion because of the case? No.
But the thing with that guy, Jimmy Savile, is Savile? Savile.
Jim will fix it.
Jim will fix it. He looks so crazy.
Yeah.
He looks so crazy that it was amazing that like he was a guy who was a guy that was had
Around kids all around?
Like because he just looks like a guy that you would have just been like, no, like he's always chomping on a cigar and he's got weird red glasses.
No,
and-
but it was the.
oh, so what you're
60s and
saying is
70s.
you're saying anybody with weird red glasses and who chops a cigar is all of
Yeah.
a sudden guilty now of some kind of crime. Great.
it's I mean, you shouldn't show up to court wearing your
That's
red
true.
glasses and
That
chomping
used to
your
be my
cigar.
signature when I was a prosecuting attorney.
Yeah.
I would wear Stephen Bishop style glasses. Who could Stephen Bishop possibly be, Andy? Is that a 70s rocker who wrote the theme song to Welcome Back, Kotter?
No, that's John Sebastian.
Right. So that's not him then. But Stephen Bishop used to have crazy glasses.
Who's
Or
Stephen?
maybe I'm mixing up two anecdotes.
Elton John. He had.
I'm
crazy
googling Stephen Bishop. Do you think it's PH or V?
Stephen, I think it's PH.
for sure.
No, forget
Nothing.
it.
Is it even a?
I mean,
You only get Canadian Google up here.
yeah, we only get.
it's true.
Was he a
So all you
goalie?
have to know is like how many, what does kilometers convert to? That's all you get up here, right? Hey, can you believe this weather? It's like 9, huh?
See,
It's
but that makes
crazy.
Is
sense
this who you're
to me.
talking about?
Yes,
Those are
but
some
I think I'm
crazy
mixing up the.
glasses.
No, I've screwed it up completely. He has normal glasses, and I think I was
John
thinking John
Sebastian?
Sebastian glasses, or another person who's a third person who has nothing to do.
Someone else
Yeah.
from the Love and
Right.
Spoonful.
Yeah. Oh, God damn it! I lost my post-it note with gold on it. All right, here's the thing with that show Q. I wanted to talk about.
Yes.
Is it?
And we're back.
And we're back.
Yeah.
So who was that Nova Scotia singer? that I'm referring to? And here, let me finish by saying I don't think it was Nova Scotia. It could have been Halifax.
Halifax is in Nova
He's a
Scotia.
very popular musician in your country
Yeah.
where you only have 4 musicians.
Oh boy, would it have been Joel Plaskett? Did he sing a song about the blue nose? This is the famous
Oh, maybe
ship.
it was the guy from Great Big Sea that's on tour. Right
Yes,
now.
it is that guy.
Oh, right.
It is that
we
guy.
Did it.
He wrote a song, the name of this ship that had sunk, but they had written their names on it, or they'd written a note to their wives on it. It's the guy from what Great
Was
Big
it a
Sea. What's his
Titanic?
name?
Alan Doyle?
Yeah, I think that's
Stop
right.
coming up with names to make me look bad. It's not. Well, that's a Sherlock Holmes reference.
No, that's Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Well, you're damn right is.
Why am I mad?
Why did they have so many names back then? I would be happy with Conan, but he had to go with Arthur Conan Doyle.
And
Yeah.
Sir on top of it.
Was it because he was in Screen Actors Guild and there already was?
It was already a David Hyde Pierce Conan Doyle.
William H. Macy's. I used to shop at William H. Macy's. Folks, these are placeholders for future jokes that will be written.
Oh yeah, and then anyone who's like pretends they know Sir Arthur Conan Doyle is like, oh, I was at Artie's the other day, and
There's
he was,
Paul
writing about
Thomas
dinosaurs.
Anderson and then
PTA? PTA?
Paul.
W.S. Anderson.
Yeah,
And one of them directs great movies, and the other one directs just like bilge.
Why didn't you like Boogie Nights? See, I went the other way with it.
Yeah, pretty good.
Did you see Bilge too?
I didn't even know there was a
Rise of the Lichens.
What did you say?
Rise of the Lichens.
Why are you saying words that I don't know? Is that Lichens?
Lychens.
Oh, you're talking about old school lichens. Is that like a lychee nut?
I don't know what it is.
A lichen's like a sea creature.
I don't know who the Valkyrie are.
Oh, well, they're the people who wanted to assassinate Hitler.
They were?
Oh yeah, Valkyrie.
Why
Yeah.
do I not know about? No. That's the old Valkyries with the Vikings or something.
Oh, you're old school.
Oh, you're the Ride of the Valkyrie.
I don't know anything about that. I don't know what a Norseman is. If a Norseman came into this house right now, I wouldn't know him from Adam. And I don't even know what that reference is.
You know, he'd have the horns
Yeah.
and a
If
he'd be going to Valhalla probably.
So what is that? Is that like a
Norseman
candy bar?
came in here, I wouldn't know him from Olaf.
When someone made a reference that I'm the somebody of a book I've never read. Well, actually, he's
Was it on cue?
it was a Canadian writer who was a very good, really excellent, wrote a really great dissection of my act. And he used to be with the film board.
Okay.
And he said I'm the Tolkien. Tolkien is a guy that I'm the Gandalf.
Sounds like
You're the
I'm the Gandalf of comedy.
Sounds like
And
you've been Tolkien.
that's not funny. I smoked my pot. Sounds like I wish everybody could be here to see how funny your face was when you did when you waved the actual
Tolkien,
joint.
a little doobie.
Yeah. So he said. So I think that's a good thing he said, but I don't know
Yeah.
who Gandalf is.
Gandalf's a wizard.
Do you like those movies? You dressed as a wizard.
Yes, thank you.
I like the idea that someone would say, "You're obviously have joke clothing and appearance."
Yeah.
So you would know about this.
You were dressed like a wizard.
Yes, you were Mr. Wonderful. What's it? Well, you were in
Natural?
Zap Comics, right? Didn't the
We talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Mystic Funnies?
Who?
Mr. Natural?
You're
Oh,
Mr.
Mr.
Natural.
Natural.
So,
Yeah.
when
Mystic
did you
Funnies.
first decide you would steal Mr. Natural's persona?
Oh, I mean,
So your thing was I'm going to be a Mountain Man comic, and
Yeah.
then you.
and then it just the money just kept flowing in, and so I said I'm going to keep it.
The Unabomber is your hero, not what he did, not what he did, but what he said. You don't agree with the sending of the things in the mail.
Yeah,
but
but-
his point was
Yeah, he had a
Graham
good
doesn't
point.
do he
Yeah.
doesn't do comedy so much as a manifesto.
Yeah, exactly. Every time I hit the stage, it's just a new chapter of my
Yeah, yeah.
manifesto.
My
Oh,
name
wow.
was Manifesto for a couple of years. I toured the country. I will do this joke. I continue to do this joke. It's one of my favorite constructions.
This
I
manifesto.
toured the country as. So a recent one is I toured the country as al dente. My comedy is not quite that punchline will mature as you ingest it. And so manifesto to me makes me I say to myself, how do I do it? I'm a genius. Genius level comedy. And I'm sure you guys are in awe of that kind of
Yeah. What's the payoff though? What is manifestos?
Well, we bought a condo in Sherman Oaks. That's the payoff. Manifesto? Oh yeah, he goes on, and he's what do I have to write everything about the bit?
Yeah, I mean most of it.
I tour the country as blank.
Or some of it, you mean?
Yeah.
I come up with the construction, you fill in the blanks, and then I cash a nice paycheck.
I'm so tired of everything has to be spelled out,
Yeah.
including the actual bit. Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like you can't just come up anymore and just do eyebrows. You gotta,
Yes!
you know what
45
I mean?
minutes of eyebrows.
I did a lot of funny visual takes.
Yeah,
That's got me going into the business.
yeah.
I went right there in that last sentence. I lost all the will to live.
I really
I
went,
felt
yeah.
terrible. I had the memory of my Q comment came back to haunt me. See, here's what I'm scared of. People will not only not know that I didn't know about the Q thing, I'll look like a hack because I like to show that you guys gave a look like, how could you like that show? And then people will judge me in Canada as they've judged me in America. There will be a Twitter feud.
Yeah,
I
with a
will have to
robot.
do we'll have to do a Mia. I'm trying to think of a name of it. I toured as
yeah, Mia.
Culpa.
Yeah, toured as Mia Culpa.
Did you like Robert Culpa, folks? Pun syndrome is a very serious,
I thought you were
painful
picking
disease.
up the post-its to write down Robert Culpa. I was like,
Robert Culpa.
I think that one can stay in the room.
Sure, sure. It might be annoying to you if someone does a pun, but if you think of it as an ailment,
then
as
all
an
of a sudden
affliction,
it's
does
not-
that help you?
Yeah. Does that help you get through it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, do we want to take a break
Sure.
and use the restroom?
Oh,
Okay,
right.
cool.
We'll be right back.
Do you have to say that?
No.
Hello, buddies. I'm Travis McElroy.
And I'm Andy Bolt.
And we're the hosts of Bunker Buddies.
We're a podcast where we're amateur survivalists and we talk about things like the apocalypse.
And we talk about zombies and preparedness.
What are you going to wear when it's the apocalypse?
And you have no idea if you don't listen to our show. It comes out every Wednesdays on MaximumFun.org and on iTunes. Sometimes we try weird foods, or we talk about where to camp, or how to avoid getting eaten, or any of these things.
Yeah, so listen to us because it might just save your life.
We'll see you in the bunker.
Bye!
Hey everyone, we're the Flophouse, one of the newest additions to the Maximum Fun podcasting network. I'm Dan McCoy.
I'm Stuart Wellington.
And I'm Elliot Kalin. What is the Flophouse, you may very well ask?
We watch a bad movie and then we talk about it.
A bad movie podcast? Isn't that like every fifth podcast on the internet?
I'd answer that by saying, 1, we've been doing this show for over 7 years, long before the entire premise of our show was a cliche, and 2, shut up.
Sick burn.
I'd say that our show is more of a comedy podcast. A podcast about words that sound like other words. A podcast about me singing long, irritating songs like this one. A podcast about pitches for a Ziggy comic book movie. Or discussions about sex tarps.
Yeah, I mean, mostly it's a show about 3 friends just hanging out and talking about ding-dongs.
That's mostly used to.
Wait, what?
So if you like any of those things, subscribe in iTunes today or visit MaximumFun.org to follow the show.
The Flophouse. Overheard.
Yeah, I know we usually go to break and say they're coming up, but that was a minute ago.
Yeah, that's true. And Dave needed to be so bad.
Oh, guys, we didn't have to mention that again. I could have edited it out.
Oh, no. It's important people know. Well,
But my bladder is my business.
that's true. Keep the government
And
out of your
business
bladder.
is good.
Keep the government out of my bladder unless they bring something to the table.
I like that he starts a bit before he knows that it's gonna finish.
But it's good. And it's,
Like, oh, keep the government out of my bladder. That has a good rhythm to it. Now, where's it going to go? I have no clue.
Don't reveal the secret. I'm eating a meal bar.
that's the secret.
Yeah.
What's going on? We're using hand
What do you
motions.
call meal bars? I don't know what they call.
What? Show us the package
like
of
a
it.
balance bar or a.
Like a granola bar?
Yeah, granola
No,
bar,
I use
we
a-
would call it.
Yeah. I'd call
No,
it.
that's not. Can't be the name. What are you from the '60s?
Oh, energy bar.
But
There we
that's
go.
not an energy bar.
Well, watch. Now that he'll watch him go.
Yeah, check it out. Check it out. What else is in the news? Very fast.
I'm going to move this.
That one had cocaine in it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Our baby is teething, and there are like people who are like, "Oh, you should rub a little bit of wine on the gums." Like,
No,
why-
they don't say that.
Yeah,
do they?
yeah. Some
Yeah,
people.
brandy was the thing that you would do.
Well, why not cocaine? That's what people rub that on their gums now.
Sure, absolutely. Well, only to figure out if it's pure.
Oh, that's
yeah,
true.
Cops rub it on their gums.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
So everybody gives you a suggestion, you turn into some kind of criminal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, why don't I try and give my kid arsenic to rub on his gums?
Well, people are like, you know what you should do to cut that heroin is baby formula. I'm like, no.
No.
We're
breast milk.
Breast milk all
Yeah.
the way.
I'm still on breast milk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, it just felt like a good thing to throw in there.
And
And my mom's 85. She says, "Enough already with you trying to suck on my breast." Oh, you
now-
people don't
now
want to
I'm the
hear it.
bad
You
guy?
people don't want to hear it. I'm dealing with taboos.
Now, overheards. Usually we start with a guest, but we've taken our guest by surprise.
Shouldn't you have asked me this? This should have been something in the pre-interview.
I just met you.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I sent it in an email, but who
did you say that in the email?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
I didn't even read.
Gotcha
Oh,
journalism.
there was. You mean the email that had like a lot of writing in it about the show?
Yeah.
But don't worry about it. We'll
yeah.
go around. We'll see
I'll
if
come up
it,
with something.
if it,
Yeah.
it
I
lights a
apologize
fire
for
under your-
everything that I've done.
No,
No,
never.
you're a treasure.
Yeah. Dave, you go.
Mine isn't really even a very good one. It wasn't even what the guy said or how he said it. It was just that he was starting a conversation in this weird time. Did you hear about that Sam Smith song that
Yes, based on the
based
Petty
on
song.
the Tom Petty
Yeah,
song?
yeah.
And it came out a year ago, but now he's decided
Paying him some money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I was walking my dog, and it was like 10 o'clock at night. It was dark, and someone was pulling up and letting their friend out of the car, like they're driving them off at home. And the person, as the car was stopped in the middle of the street, and they were getting out of the car, he started up an entire conversation and was like, "Oh, did you hear about this guy?
Oh God!
Yeah, it's like the song's sounds like a Tom Petty song. So he owes them a bunch of money now." Okay, bye.
I just had that. I went through my checklist, and there was one thing left that I wanted to get out in the conversation. Anyways, I'll go now.
Yeah.
Yeah. The my overheard comes courtesy of being in a diner, and a guy being very exasperated about this particular topic. Not that anybody else brought it up, but he said very way too loudly, "Ugh, I am so over okra." It wasn't on the menu or anything,
What was he getting? Gumbo?
Yeah. Though this was in Louisiana. I should have said it was in Louisiana.
Oh.
Yeah.
But okra is, I don't understand it really. It's got a
I kind of don't know what it is.
It looks like a 4-barrel. It looks like a revolver of a gun, and it has 4 chambers of goodness.
Me and my friends play Louisiana roulette with some okra. We spin it, and if there's seeds in it, doesn't work. But you're rubbing up.
I took everything completely seriously.
I know.
That was my problem with that. Oh, they do. They play Louisiana roulette.
I wouldn't know okra from Oprah.
No.
Like I couldn't taste it. I don't
It's
know.
in gumbo. You have it in the gumbo.
I don't know if I've ever had gumbo.
I think I've gotten it
Gumbo's
as
good.
a side at a
like a vegetarian restaurant. You want some deep fried okra?
Okra, yeah. And then I was like, yeah, well, if it's deep fried, I'll try it. I'll try anything once.
I'm so over okra.
Are you
I don't know
really?
about you.
I thought you were in.
It's a callback. Goddamn callback. I thought it was with a couple of professionals.
What? Because it went. What have the foods been that people have gotten into and then over? Kale,
Yam fries.
Acai,
Oh, yeah.
sriracha.
No, people are still annoyingly all over sriracha. That's
What is sriracha? A sauce?
yeah, hot sauce.
I don't
It's
like
got
it.
a chicken on the.
It's got a rooster.
I don't
a
like
rooster.
it.
A cock.
Oh,
I don't like it. Is it getting popular? I don't like it.
it's
Is it how hot is it? It's so hot you can't taste all the various subtleties of the food.
I don't know what it is because I don't think
Asian. Because for years you would have it. You go to a Vietnamese pho restaurant and they would have sriracha.
Yeah,
On the table.
You took such pleasure in pronouncing
Pho?
correctly.
yeah.
You loved it.
Yeah.
You looked over at me, gave me a little look like, there you go, Mr. New York.
Yeah. PHO. How are you going to pronounce that, you son of a bitch?
And they have a lot of pun. My friend Jeremy points out all the pun pho names.
Yeah.
Every one of them is too far to go. That's a bad example. But think of
No, that's a good one.
Yes.
Faux show.
Forget about it. Forget about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an Italian fusion.
Friend or foe.
Oh, yeah.
Focra, which is a weird one.
I'm so over Focra. Folk Festival.
Yeah. Maybe I should give it up if there's many of these restaurants, since I can't think of one example.
Yeah.
So close, but so full.
E.T.
Okay.
phone home.
I got my overheard. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. So
Here
this
we go.
happened this morning.
Fa
in
la
the
la la
hotel.
la, the Christmas soup.
La, 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 la.
Fa la 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 la.
That's
But
pretty good.
they're all spelled with an O's.
Yeah, I like-
PHOLOL.
I like the name of a restaurant that no one would ever be able to figure out how to find it, or what it's really based on. What was that great place that was based on a Christmas pun, but the la la la's were replaced with o?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean fa la la?
La, 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 la.
I was in the hotel this morning, and I was just walking around. I hear this guy, and he's on a cell phone. He says, I just killed 7 people. And I'm going to go. He gave a specific address. I'm going to go over here and kill 4 more people if I'm not stopped. So I'm like, this is hilarious. And then I went and I got a muffin. I did the right thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, but you gotta
Actually,
get that blood
I have
sugar
a
up.
legitimate overheard. But I don't know. These 2 guys that we flew up with, and they were nice guys. I'm only saying this because what if they listen to this podcast and they hate me?
Right.
But they had a little. I never figured out what the item was. It was like a little thing, like almost the size of a small thing of pepper spray or a zip disc, or it was a little package. And the one guy was reading it, and he was just like, yeah, they were laughing with his friend. Can you believe it? And every sentence. And then he gave it to his wife and said, "This is the funniest thing. It's the funniest thing, and you have to read it." And she's reading it, and she's reading it, and the fine print too. She's like, "I can't laugh at what because you keep saying." And then I got into a whole, and then I decided that it couldn't possibly be funny.
Right.
What
Yeah,
they're looking
yeah,
at. So then I just in my mind thought about what is this thing that they're hilarious. It's like warning. Don't put it in your wife's shoes. Whatever it was, it was hilarious.
And you'll never find out what it was.
That's the best overheard you guys have ever had in this show.
I like it.
Top 10.
Yeah. I didn't even read the email you sent me.
Yeah. Have you ever done that where you've been so excited about something that's funny and you try and get the person to watch it or whatever, but it's not.
You mean my act? Oh, you mean where you're trying to convey the?
That you're like, I saw this movie or this show.
Oh,
and it
I'm
was so
bad with
funny
that. I do it
and-
all the time. I try to all the time to convey things I think are funny, and I do it poorly.
And then the person goes, nah,
Nah.
I'm not gonna do that.
Well, it's like every trailer, every comedy trailer. It's like all the jokes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I get it. I get it, the dictator. You have
Oh,
jokes.
man.
What's
Yeah.
the dictator?
It was that
Sacha
Baron
Baron
Cohen
It
movie.
wasn't very good. That one.
It just had like all the just nonstop jokes in 30 seconds, and then no one saw the movie.
Did you see the movie? I didn't see it, called Neighbors or The Neighbors. Or,
Yep.
Okay, so I didn't see that movie, and I refused to see it because of the trailer, which is that guy. What is it?
Seth Rogen?
America's Sweetheart, and he's saying
Zac Efron?
Zac Efron.
So Seth Rogen's sitting on a toilet, and all of a sudden the toilet collapses, and then there's you see like a urine, a rope of urine that goes in the air, and I said, "That's it. I'm not gonna."
You're like, I'm not
gonna see that
spend
movie.
any-
And then someone told me that scene wasn't even in the movie,
It isn't in the movie.
so that made me even more angry.
Like,
Well,
they,
yeah.
they
They'll
made a special
try to
scene.
rope you with that rope of urine.
Well, I was at Montreal. You were talking about we were talking off camera. We do a lot of talking on this. We can't share with you. On the alternative show that I host in Montreal, I had Gerard Carmichael and Hannibal Buress. So after Gerard Carmichael does his set, I start going off on the neighbors, but not knowing that he's in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
So
right.
they thought it was hilarious. Like he goes, I love it. This guy will go right after you, even then. And Hannibal.
even if
Then
you're
Hannibal
the
was
next guy.
also on the show, and I said, guys, I would never specifically go out of my way. Then I watched the movie. I see he's all over that movie.
Yeah. It's,
Your favorite movie of all time?
Yeah, I guess
sort
so.
of. Like
Yeah.
in Canada, that was
The best movie ever made.
Yeah, it was kind of considered our Citizen Kane.
Yes.
because it had Seth Rogen.
but like,
Is he from Canada?
Yeah, he
of
is.
course
Yeah,
he
he's from here.
He's the greatest.
Um,
He knows I heckle him on Twitter because he's responded to me a couple of times.
and he's been like, hey, blocked or no?
No. He's got
He's
a good say.
having fun.
He's a weird guy. He's weird because I don't know what it is that bothers me. Like he makes me laugh. Like when he goes on Letterman, I think he's a very funny interview. But it's almost like his voice drives me crazy or something. And then when he was in that show, that's not the 40-year-old version.
Yeah, he was in
Funny
that.
People.
Yeah, he was also in that.
No, I liked him in the Knocked Up thing, and of course I love Freaks and Geeks. But in Funny People, his act in real life is so dick jokey that it's like.
That you were
drives
like,
me
all
nuts.
right.
Am I in
And-
trouble now? Is this not
No.
This is like
This is
another
interesting.
Q
I
discussion.
I think funny people. No one thought that was like.
The third hour was great.
There was
I liked Aziz Ansari's character,
Randy.
Randy.
Yeah.
But then I saw him live, and I'm like, I'm not sure you're not Randy.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
that
kinda
was the
like
thing.
a
I
little
thought he
rant.
was selling bits that he did in his act under the guise of, you know what
like
I mean?
being a
Like,
guy.
I
Yeah.
didn't understand what like, were people laughing at that character, or they
I
were
think
laughing
you were supposed
at,
to laugh at that character.
but I don't know.
Because he eventually did like he had a DJ on stage with him while he was in character, but it was really hard to separate. It was like the DJ was the difference. It was like me versus me in a hat.
Speaking of like trailers with just like gross out, the trailer for Ted 2.
Oh my god!
As soon as the
SATC 2.
I was I was watching it and they mentioned the premise that we want to have a baby, and I was like, well, there's going to be a scene in the trailer where he ends up covered in semen. Like there's guaranteed.
Are you?
And not even 10 seconds
Oh
later.
my god! How is it that you're able to think of that's a genius joke? But how genius is it that you were able to?
That I was able to. think of
Nobody
it.
would see where that was
Exactly.
going. No, I swear to God, I'm actually half joking because I think it is genius that you would think they would go so terrible with a joke.
Well, I
and
was
then
just
they
like,
did.
this is guaranteed. This is as soon as they were like,
oh, you saw the Red Band trailer.
Yes, oh yes.
What does that mean?
Well,
I don't know. It's
Oh,
I mean,
you guys are. What I get now from this whole thing is you're constantly giving him looks like who's this yokel from California, and then you're purposely using expressions to alienate me.
and then not knowing what
And
they mean.
I'm blocking you, not just
know
on
the
Twitter.
red-
I'm
red
blocking you
band
from your house.
means
It's the dirty trailer.
the filthy where they can swear.
Yeah.
But that's different from the red box where you buy a movie
That's
for
right. It
is.
12 cents. Hey, rent this movie. Don't bring it back. Here, it's a penny. Go ahead. Knock yourself out.
How do they? I guess it's
How
all
they do
credit
it?
card. Yeah, how they? I want to see.
I
that, how
assume
they
it's
do that.
volume. But I don't know what red band means. Is that like a
It's
Canadian?
no, it's
That's my thing. Is that a
Is that a
Canadian?
Canadian thing?
No, it's just like the dirty version of the trailer. The
We call
online
that
mode.
in America the dirty version of the trailer. Oh man, I like this second half of the interview where I'm obnoxious yet not that funny, but also I'm off-putting, and I cut into the conversation at the wrong time. I like it.
We're all working real hard.
Yeah.
I got the vibe though that you guys were scared to death to alienate Seth Rogen because he must own this country or something like that.
No. He owns big parts of it, but not not the.
don't
area.
think
Did
you
you
can
see
cut
the
your
movie where the guy gets? I heard that movie was good, where his friend has cancer or something like
Yeah,
that. 50-50.
Yeah, they shot that here, I think.
Yeah, haven't seen it.
Let's get more
good.
uncomfortable with this.
It's good.
It's
I
don't know that I.
sad and funny.
Yeah, like I liked Knocked Up, or did I? Did I like Knocked
Yeah,
Up?
Knocked Up's fine.
Yeah, I like 40-Year-Old Virgin, and I liked the other one, Superbad, that he's kind of in.
Oh yeah, I like that a lot.
Superbad.
Yeah.
But then everything else, I don't know.
You
Then-
loved The Interview.
Yeah, that's true. I did love the.
I like
interview.
get me to the venue I'm playing. Now, here's a perfect example. Russell Brand. It's not a perfect example, Andy, because you haven't established what you're saying.
No, yeah.
There's a perfect example of something I was thinking.
Yeah.
Perfect example of you thinking Jonah Hill is Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
No, I have sometimes heard Russell Brand, like, read stuff he's written or listened to him when he talks about spirituality.
Where he's sitting on his bed and he's doing those things.
No, I don't know where it is. Where he's a guest on a show where I have absolutely loved him. Like
Okay.
the funniest thing ever. And then I see some of the stand up and I don't get it. Where it's
Yeah.
funny. So what am I saying, Andy, that you can have mixed feelings about somebody? And then he did these movies. Like I would do I haven't been in a movie, so I shouldn't talk.
You've
But
never been in a movie?
I've never been in a movie. Arthur 2. I mean, that.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved Arthur. I thought it was I'm so afraid because you guys are smarter than me. You're hipper.
Oh, you're
more
afraid that-
respected than me.
That we're gonna like.
Yeah, Arthur.
what you didn't get about Arthur.
Did you know that half the people in that movie were accused of sexual assault?
and you didn't like it?
Oh, now I don't know if I like it. But then the Arthur 2 looked terrible to me.
Would
Yeah,
you
no, it looked bad. No one saw
do
that.
what? The Arthur 2?
Well, I think it was just called Arthur.
Oh, the remake.
Yeah,
As
Oh,
well. It was
yeah,
called
that
Arthur
looks-
as well.
it was called.
Would you
back in
want
the
to be in a
drinking habit.
movie where you play a stand-up comedian commenting on a fake character, like a president that's only in
Oh,
the movie,
yeah.
and then you're doing jokes on Letterman about the fake president?
Well,
Would
what
you do
movie was that?
Well, like any
Head of
movie where
state?
there's a fake president.
Yeah.
and then, like,
Leno does some jokes about.
Hey, President McCluskey's back in the news.
Yeah.
It looks like you've read some of the drafts of my movie screenplays.
They get Larry King to do it a lot.
Yeah, Larry King
these
was in a lot of
Ghostbusters are
movies.
out of control.
I love when they get newscasters in funny movies to play a part. It's always, I think they get Anderson Cooper. You say to yourself,
That's how Brian Williams will make a comeback. Is he'll be in a movie where he is on a plane that gets shot down, and he'll be like, "Not again," and then everybody will be like, "He's back.
Yeah.
He's back."
And Airplane 3.
Yeah.
now that broke my heart, the Brian Williams thing, because he's like the only guy on TV that I enjoyed watching news-wise.
But what is the deal? Is just because he bullshitted about.
Well,
a
that's
thing
the
on-
thing too. The other part of it is maybe it's we don't know. We're still in the area
Yeah.
of not knowing what he did.
Right.
He got swift boated.
What does that mean?
You know what swift boating is, right?
No.
That's what happened to John Kerry.
Well, I know that, but what is the
But he has
context?
that would be if he was swift boated. If it turned out that he really did just exaggerate something.
I forget.
Well, if you're saying if he got swift boated, it means like he got railroaded before we knew what the facts were.
Oh, yeah.
And that's
yeah.
what my wife loves him, and my wife's like, well, she wants to see the best interpretation of the facts so far, which is maybe he did actually forget or something like that.
But is it why? Because he didn't do it on the news, right? Didn't he just do it as a part of a conversation with Letterman or something?
he did it in various guises.
I think the story changed over the years. And I have, when I was 2, I went to Disneyland, and I definitely remember meeting the guy, the captain of that boat we were on. But now looking back, I might have just remembered the pictures I saw.
Yeah. You may have been forming a memory later.
Yeah.
But
So I'm like Brian Williams in that way.
Well, as the week has gone on, there are been other things that have come out that do seem strange. But I have
other crazy,
other stuff like even on Letterman where he talked about one of the guys in his unit one guy sent him this thing that was a piece of some. If it turns out that it's not a simple thing of him exaggerating, it would be a case of that he's elaborating on these things.
Right. Sensationalized.
Like he's sensationalizing, which is an odd character.
Well, there
trait
was
to have, as a newsman.
As a newsman.
Yeah, they then showed they were like, well, can we question everything else that he's ever done now? Well, because they then showed a clip of him talking about being in the Superdome in Hurricane Katrina, and there being reports of someone fell off the.
He said he saw someone drown.
Oh well, no, there was someone. He
saw someone commit suicide.
Someone commit suicide, but then in an earlier report, he had said that there were reports of someone committing suicide, and then he suddenly had seen it.
Then he said he got dysentery too.
Yeah.
And then people say there was no. So who knows? I mean, I'm. It's weird when you do like somebody though, because it's like, I really liked him. He's had a good sense of humor.
And he was like an all-around kind of charming presence.
And I hate everybody in the news, like on NBC especially, except for the guy who goes Engel, the guy's actually in the field.
Oh, I don't know.
Richard Engel.
I like Al Roker.
Yeah.
He
exaggerates about the weather.
Yeah.
I was in a tornado yesterday.
I didn't really crap my pants at the White House.
I can't believe that. That to me is unbelievable that someone would relate that story. I literally can't believe that he did that.
And then
that he would tell that story.
I know.
Then did you hear when Conan, when the Tonight Show didn't work out for Conan O'Brien, not Sir Arthur Conan Doyle?
Second choice.
Al Roker was like, well, I think it's just bad karma because he kept making fun of me for crapping my pants.
Did he say no?
He did say that.
No.
Yes.
But if you don't want people to make fun of you for crapping your pants, do you keep that on the down low?
Yeah, don't tell that story. There's nothing about that story that anybody. You don't want people. My family has been like, we understand there's a bathroom. We understand these accidents happen.
Yeah.
Let's all keep it to ourselves. That's my philosophy on
my family.
Yeah.
I used to do a joke about how someone says that Austin Powers' new movie's good, and then they go, well, if you like bathroom humor. No, I don't like bathroom humor. I'd never been in the bathroom and said, "Oh, this would be a great bit." And that, like, even at age 3, I would tell my friends, "Gentlemen, is this really necessary? What are we, 2?" So it's so embarrassing that there would have to be a real payoff to that anecdote of, like, this was the most embarrassing moment of my life,
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Or that it was a thing like, look, doesn't this make me look more human, more like an average Joe? I'm like, it makes you look less than average. It makes you
Like I only crap myself at bad houses, not at the
yeah,
White
not
House.
at the White House. Come on.
A lot of comedians and people enjoy talking about crapping their pants.
I don't know why. Well, it's pretty funny.
Or they even use "I crapped my pants" I wet myself a little. It was so
I
funny.
peed a bit,
Right.
yeah.
I don't need it. I don't need it, and I don't want it.
You can just say something's funny and that's good enough.
It can't be so funny that it gave me diarrhea. I don't want to say that.
But that's a real Al Roker. That's what I'm just gonna say. Yeah,
Stop it!
guys.
You're gonna make me vomit from joy.
I just rokered a bit.
Yeah, there you go. See, class it up.
Yeah.
We
made it, guys.
We also have overheard sent in by listeners. If you want to send one in, you can send it in to spy@maximumfun.org. And the first one comes from who? I don't know who this person is, but they're from Baltimore, so that's.
Are we live?
No. Yep, we're live. First time, long time.
Why was I looking on my Twitter?
I don't know.
Huh, interesting.
I was walking through a farmer's market in Baltimore, Maryland this
The
weekend
farms in Baltimore.
and overheard this gem said completely nonchalantly from one guy to another. Yeah, she got one of those mail order brides, so he got to rename her when she got here, which is that's not how it works, is it?
Well, I mean, I guess if it was a robot bride.
Yeah, that's true.
What's wrong with that? I mean, when I had my mail order bride, I changed her name daily. I called her UPS.
Yeah.
FedEx was one of my names for her.
DHL.
What is it? You guys don't get FedEx here? What do you call it? Rogers Delivery Service?
They do own everything in this country.
Rogers. Oh, man. It's embarrassing that, like, the biggest media conglomerate is called Rogers.
Rogers, yeah.
Yeah, because it just seems like a guy's thing.
Are they the ones that are religious or they're not? They're kind of nice? I don't know.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't
I don't want to
religious.
be in trouble with Rogers.
No, you
That's
don't.
all I need.
They'll shut you down.
That's
People
fine.
come to Canada, forget about it for the healthcare. They come for the great phone plans.
Yeah.
That was sarcastic, because isn't the phone plans high?
Yeah.
Phone plans are terrible.
Now I have to check with you on everything.
Yeah.
Q is a good reference or not a good reference?
No, it's
the
still
phone
not
plans
good.
is bad? Not bad.
Q, great letter.
Howie Mandel references? Still big?
Oh, it's still big. Absolutely.
Lorne Michaels and his comedy partner. You remember what his name was?
Oh,
Lorne and
Lauren and Hart. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I tell
still
people
huge.
it's an icebreaker for me at a cafe here. Oh, I like Lorne and Hart.
And then people go, what?
You remember
Wayne
Hart?
Schuster?
Yep. And they were huge for many years. Royal Canadian Air Force. These are all
I still can't believe there was something named Air Force.
for years.
Oh my
Like
God.
decades and decades.
Into
Royal
their
Canadian
70s.
Air Force.
Yeah, do you get
In
it,
other
though?
words, it's a takeoff on force.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't get that at first.
Ah, there you go. See. This next one comes from
That comedy's under my head.
Well, have you seen the show? Their biggest
No.
bit ever was shooting chickens out of a cannon.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Well, rubber chickens.
Oh,
Or
well, that's
was it frozen chickens?
Eventually, they just put whatever was in the news this week, like 8 minutes on glass nose.
Yeah.
Let's just shoot some perestroika out of this cannon.
The next one comes from Stephen S. Parts unknown. Don't know where this person's
You
from.
last guy, you just knew Baltimore. This guy, you just know the name.
Yeah, use your imagination. Put it together. Two young ladies having a conversation about men. One says to the other emphatically, I want a man who wants to get up and fucking garden. Which, that's not a thing that is that what ladies want? Is
The swearing with the quaint gardening.
Yeah, but
my wife likes me to make a move on her in the garden.
Yeah.
Hey, honey, how are the petunias? If you know what I'm talking about. No?
I don't know what you're talking
She
about.
doesn't know what I'm talking about.
Do you know what you're talking about?
No, but I just asked her, this is the worst thing I'm going to ever say. My come on line to her was, do you feel lightheaded? All right, look, I don't even know where I was going with the whole thing there.
I want to know where it's going.
I did write this joke that if I was single, because my whole thing is like, when I was single, I wanted to sleep with every woman in the world. Like, it's like one of those guys. Every woman from 20 to 200 looked good to me.
Right.
So I always tell my wife I'd be like, blind in a clinic somewhere from syphilis. So my joke that I would use if I was single, I would have Craigslist Premium. Luckily, I was never attractive enough to be a wolf.
A wolf.
Yeah, a player.
Yeah. But, same here.
You know what I'm talking
I
about.
believe you.
Like a Vinny Chase type.
Yeah. Vinny Chase.
Man.
Oh, boy, that's the fantasy, guys.
How many girls that he has slept with thinks that his real name is Vinny Chase? What do you think? What's the over-under?
actor.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, boy.
The joke there was like maybe my wife had a glass of champagne or something.
Oh.
It wasn't like a Bill Cosby.
Well, see, that's
Is that
I
how you
read
took it?
Yeah. And
You
I
took
was
it as
like,
that one. Yeah.
Andy After Dark.
That's the way. Is that how you took it, or it was just confusing to you?
It was confusing to me. I was waiting for more.
As I was saying it, I was thinking someone would take that as a joke in poor taste about Cosby.
But then also, I was still trying to figure out what you meant by your petunias. So,
well, the petunias were just like anything could be sexual if you're doing a sexual thing.
Like doing eyebrows?
Yeah, would you like to see my 2 lips in your ass? Something like that. I don't know what it is.
The thing that you...
But to me, about asking if my wife was lightheaded would be funny if there was no Cosby. You know what I'm saying? If Cosby, if those things hadn't happened, then it would be, it's hilarious. He's an old school comic who thinks his wife has to be drunk to sleep with him. Now it feels like I'm doing a pro Cosby roofying people.
Yeah, which you're not.
That's not me.
No. Stop trying to paint
worse?
you.
What's worse, the inappropriate joke or the endless explanations?
Call in.
Yeah.
And let us know.
This last one comes from Robert in Canberra, Australia.
Oh, it's the capital.
Is it?
I think so. I think it might be.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's one of those curveballs.
Right, because you think it's Sydney.
Or Melbourne or one of the good places.
Can you trust a guy who's been doing origami with his headphone cord for the last hour and a half?
And it hasn't changed shape at all.
This is something that he oversaw. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. This is as I was driving to work today, I passed an old beaten-up Toyota that had written on the back in magic marker, "No airbags, we die like men." And then underneath that said, "For sale," and a phone number. So...
Oh, Australia.
Yeah.
Australia, it's crazy over there.
I know. From the...
it's the bumper sticker capital of the world. You know that, don't you?
It's the BSC of the W?
They came up with ass, grass, or gas. Nobody rides for free.
I think that is my favorite bumper sticker.
That is, you don't like the Vans are rockin'? Don't come a knockin'?
It's a classic. But, that's my favorite variation.
There's comments on. Feel free to get picked up by the person who has.
Yeah.
That's totally cool. That's a person who's sarcastic bumper sticker.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually expect. Well, maybe he does, though.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like, hey, look, I
pay for the ride.
Yeah, I put the bumper sticker there so you would know.
I gave you choices. You don't have to give me ass. But like ass. If you're... Did you get some ass? Did either of you guys get some ass last night? Either one of you guys?
I got gas.
Yeah. I rode for free.
But if you're picking someone up who's hitchhiking, they don't see the bumper like when they're on.
No, but you do a walk around. Everybody, they tell you to do a 3-point inspection.
Sure, yeah. Oh,
this is the podcast. It should be people really delving into these
bumper stickers.
I don't know if I want to ride with you after.
Yes, you're
after
right.
Your karma ran over my dogma.
If you don't give me a blowjob, I'm going to stab you. And I still took a ride from the guy. Am I allowed to say blowjob in the?
Oh
yeah, please do.
You're on bumper stumpers.
In addition to overheards that are written in, we also accept phone calls. If you want to call us, our phone number is 206-339-8328, like these people have.
Hello, Dave, Graham, and possible guest. This is Adam calling in from Davis, California, with an overheard. I was walking down the street to the train station, and I saw a kid talking on his cell phone, and I overheard him say, "Dad, that's not fair, Dad. I wasn't even there when it caught fire."
Yeah, that was like that when I got there. The classic.
Or I showed up after it was on fire, and I.
Yeah.
Oh no,
both
yeah,
were
you're right.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Do kids still light things on fire? Is
Oh
that
yeah,
still
no,
cool?
it's big.
All right.
It's considered a delicacy in some countries.
Yeah, cooking something. All right, here's your next phone call.
Hey, Dave and Graham and possible guest.
It's the same guy.
This is Sean from Harrisonburg, Virginia, calling in with an overheard. I was at work today, and I guess a coworker of mine saw somebody that she hadn't seen in a little while, and so the person was asking her, like, "Hey, how was your Christmas?" And so my coworker said, "Oh, it was good. Me and my husband, we got each other the same gift, so that was a little frustrating." And her friend replied back, "Oh, really? That's funny. What did you get each other?" And I just heard my coworker say back to the lady, "Industrial meat slicer."
Oh, it's a real gift of the Magi.
Yeah.
I sold all my ham to buy you.
I too sold all my ham.
Oh man, that's great. I like to be referred to as possible guest.
Yeah.
That.
Well, one time we didn't have a guest, and
I
we
see.
just gave anyone who said hi, Dave, Graham, and guest. We gave them quite the drubbing.
You should have.
Yeah.
You should have.
Yeah.
What were they thinking?
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know. They had meat slicers on the brand. A meat slicer.
Oh,
man.
romantic.
That was my porno name. That's another joke construction that always works. Meat slicer was my porno name.
The scariest man in porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know how it works, but I'm terrified.
Yeah.
Terrified?
That's the new thing from KFC.
Oh, the terrified? They just fry up some dirt. Here is your final overheard of 2015.
Oh, no.
Hey, Dave, Graham, and guest, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I was recently in a grocery store, and there was a woman trying to get her young daughter to pick out a cereal. And she says, "Look over here, honey. Look at all the new flavors of Chex they have." And her daughter runs over and goes, "Whoa, regular?"
Delightful.
That is good. I wasn't aware. That was informational too, because I didn't know there were so many new checks.
Yeah. Now I know where you're headed right after the show. The
I like
cereal aisle.
Cereal. I also like a polka dot based cereal. Oh God. Do you think my sense of humor is completely gone, or is it maybe not
It's
enough
hot in
flavor?
here.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm wondering what the reference was for polka dot.
Well,
Checks.
Yeah.
Oh,
These are like patterned
I
shirt.
see. These are patterns.
Gingham.
I think
My favorite cereal is checkered past. Checkered past.
It's okay. We do edit this. You're right.
You do? That one, can you promise me will come out? Because I don't want you to add more stuff about Q.
Yeah,
like piece together.
We'll actually just put some clips of Q in over
or somehow,
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Cosby. You somehow get in there, and then the lightheaded thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it's just a remix.
I always think people.
Could you say I'm a big fan of Cosby?
I'm a big fan of Cosby.
So we get it clean.
Yeah.
Okay, how about it? Nothing's been proven. Just these are wild lines you can use. Oh, so because of this, now I'm supposed to not
because
like
of these 30 women, I'm supposed
right.
to.
So now I can't watch Fat Albert. I'm always think people are negatively judging me. It's like one of my problems. But I'm proud of myself that I did perceive the look you gave accurately.
What? Which one?
Look. Because
When?
after the thing with the lightheaded. That you gave me a little bit of like, you weren't like this, you were.
Oh, you-
But I caught the actual
Yeah,
thing you were thinking.
And you caught my blank expression of not getting
Yeah, so that makes me feel good about worrying every second of the day and perceiving all comments as negative.
There you go.
Finally paid off.
Andy, this brings us to the end of the podcast here.
All too
And-
soon.
Oh, so you only do a 3-hour show now? Oh, great. Great. I didn't get a chance to do my prepared bits.
You sure?
You were supposed to lead me into stuff.
So,
Are you sure? That is rude. I just got Shumka. Hey, Shumka Torah, am I right? You non-Jew. Take a walk, non-Jew.
Here's some Jew.
Oh,
praise.
I don't like this guy I'm turning into at the end. All of a sudden, I said, I really could be. What if I was that?
What?
Like the
Take a walk,
Shumka,
non-Jew?
take a walk. Take a walk, Shumka Torah. He doesn't even get the reference because it's poorly constructed.
Because he wasn't bar mitzvahed.
Simchat Torah.
Oh, what's that from?
I don't remember. What am I? The stats guy?
Do you have anything that you want to plug?
Yeah, I do have something to plug. I don't remember what it is. I don't know if anything's coming out soon. Something. Oh, I was on the show called Sirens USA. I don't know when that's coming out.
What is it?
It's a fireman show.
Oh yeah, I've seen ads for it.
Yeah, and I'm on the next season of Marin. Oh, I'm a recurring character on Bob's Burg.
You're very funny
Yeah,
on
I'm
Bob's
the voice of Mort on Bob's Burg.
Yeah. That's a great. Is that a fun show?
Oh, it's really fun because a lot of those guys, Lauren Bouchard goes all the way back to Dr. Katz.
Right.
He was one of the, so it's really, and then I think John Benjamin is the greatest.
So
And they have
funny.
great, amazing cast.
Yeah. Do they record it like all together or something?
They
Is there
sometimes
some
do
kind
it just like a regular, like with a table read.
Right.
And then they try and get as many people in together but they have East Coast and West Coast. So,
okay. Right.
But yeah, they try.
But it's fun, and you're great on it.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. And also, I'm on Twitter. I don't know
Yeah.
what that is.
Follow. Oh yeah. Following Andy on Twitter is one of my favorite things. It's one of the things I check in every day, see what's up, who's fighting with who.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
I'm blocked.
Oh yeah. Well, that'll happen
Yeah.
because of your comments.
Yep.
But thank you for having me in the show. It's really
Thanks-
fun. You
thanks
guys
so
are
much
the
for coming.
greatest. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. Bring
This
it down.
is-
I'm gonna bring it down. Really,
Bring
really
it
go
right
out low.
down.
Be real.
Yeah.
If you like the show, go over to MaximumFun.org. Check out the blog recap of this episode. Pictures and videos relating to the content of this
Oh
podcast.
boy, too much to name.
Picture of checks.
Yep. The John Sebastian's glasses.
Yeah.
To learn more about Andy's polka dot joke.
Consult your local library.
Yeah. So much stuff that people, if they were just intelligent.
Yeah,
get it.
they would just.
You know what I'm saying? It's pearls
Is it
before
so
swine.
hard?
Am I right?
Yeah, is it so hard to read a book?
Yeah. Read a book, people. Get an encyclopedia, old people.
Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, guys.
It was great. And if you like the show, please tell your friends and come on back next week for another episode of Stop Podcasting Yourself.